Welcome back to welcome back to Crochet with Casey, you guys. I'm Casey. Thanks for being here. I literally got McDonald's and I'm sitting in my car right now because my husband is absolutely amazing and is at home with the kids. So today is not going to be like the normal tutorial that I always have on my Fridays with the holiday that was going on this week. Today is going to be like a come crochet with me kind of day, crochet and chat, but more of a crochet and let me help you out and give you some tips on what you need to bring to your markets. So today I am crocheting my niece a hexagon cardigan, and this is where we're at, and then there's going to be like a darker pink with this next. I'm really hoping she doesn't find this video. Let's just hope for it. So the first thing that is an absolute must on what you need to do or to have while having a market is get your business license and permit. Like, you guys got to get that in order to make sure you are covered to be able to even qualify, because most places with markets will not let you do that. They will not let you join unless if you have a business license and a permit. I do know that there are some markets that say that you don't need a business license until it's your third time or like second time going, but majority of the time you do need to have a business license. And permits, at least where I'm from, I want to say they're free across the board, but do your own research, double check. Where I'm from, it's free for a permit. But yeah, business licenses too, where I'm from, mine was only $55 for the year. So it could be about the same, it could be less, it could be more. So make sure you guys just do your research and get your guys's permits and business license in order. Personally, right now, I'm a sole proprietorship. I didn't do the LLC, but I am slowly going to start trying to change that into it. But I do, since I'm a sole proprietorship, I do need to pay for insurance. Regardless, you need insurance, but I do need to start paying for insurance like ASAP. So that is also something that you guys need to get now. So the very first thing you guys need is a business license, a business permit to wherever you're going, whatever location, including your house, if that's where you're making this stuff, and insurance. Gosh, that took me so long to remember. Okay, insurance. Oh man. So once you do that, once you get your business license and your permit and all of that going and you're ready to get into your market, but you don't know what to bring other than obviously your inventory, you need to have a table. You need to have a tablecloth, because you don't want to just see like your normal table. And I'm going to be honest, the tablecloths that I have now, which you can find linked in the description below, I did not have my first market. I had really like basic tablecloths that you probably could just like go to Goodwill and get some free like tablecloth, well not free, but like cheap tablecloths there. But one of my tables actually had like a really crappy dollar store plastic tablecloth, and I mean, it looked good, but it was not how I wanted it to look. But that's just what I'm trying to say. Like, you guys don't need the expensive things right away if you guys don't have the money for it. But if you do have the money for it, awesome. I definitely recommend the ones that I find on Amazon. Any of the ones that you guys can find in like packs, and it just kind of makes it cheaper that way. Otherwise, like I said, like you can go to Goodwill. You can even go to any like fabric store. Like you can get some fabrics from like Michael's, Joann's, literally anywhere that has fabric, and just cut it, and then you don't even need to hem it. You guys can get like the heat and bond that we use for the safety eye, or not safety eyes, the heat and bond that we use for the felt eyes, and put strips of it and just heat press it on there. You don't even need to know how to sew to fold it up and make it look pretty. So you need a table, you guys need a tablecloth. And where I got my tables from, personally, I am borrowing, I don't know when I'm gonna give it back to my mom, and then I bought one from Walmart, and I'm borrowing also one from my aunt that she just gave back to me, but she gave to me, but I'm gonna give it back to her. But with me saying that, you guys can always ask friends and family too if you guys can't afford the $40 table at Walmart, or go to Goodwill or anything like that, Amazon. There's so many different places that you can get, but if you want it cheap, I suggest borrowing first, or going to Goodwill. but they're about $40 to $80, I believe, at Walmart, and you can get 4 feet, 6 feet, and I think there's an option for 8 feet. You guys need tablecloths, a tent. I suggest with the tent, you should buy one that has walls that you can remove, because I don't have walls right now, and I really, really want to go to a market next month, and it's going to be raining. Having walls is kind of crucial for the rain part, so your inventory and your plushies and all your crochet things don't get messed up, or whatever you guys have, your art. So definitely that, but you can always buy walls separate, or again, make them yourself. But you guys need a tent. You guys can buy them on Amazon, get them at Walmart. I definitely suggest also with the tent, making sure that it comes with bags. They're normally not that much more expensive when you buy a tent with bags with it. And then you guys can go to Ace Hardware, and I believe the bag of sand is only $6, but you guys need to fill it up with sand. Personally, for me, I don't recommend filling it up with cat litter. I know a lot of people have suggested that because cat litter's cheap. That bag of sand is cheaper, just as heavy, and there's no chance of a dog coming by and trying to mark its territory, because I've seen it happen, and I wouldn't want to put that bag back in my car. I wouldn't want it near my inventory, so I don't recommend that. But again, this is your guys' business, so you do you. If you have it on hand and you just need something to go for it, do that. Or you can just go outside and just shove some rocks in the bag, but you need something to weigh your tent down regardless. Most places will not let you tie it down to the ground or like stake it in, and you're probably going to be in a parking lot and can't do that also. So make sure you guys get some weights. And when you also are buying a tent, don't get the tents that look like this. You guys want to get the tents with the straight legs down, because there are some markets that will not allow you to have the tents that look like this. You will need to have the ones with the straight legs, so just go for that one regardless. Plus, it's less of a tripping hazard, so it's better on your part. After you guys get your tent and your table and your tablecloths and your sandbags, the next thing that you guys need, and again, if you guys can't afford it now, it is not necessarily needed right on your first market. You guys can wait and pay for it later once you guys start to make some money. But anything that's going to add height to your table that also looks good. Like, you don't want to just start throwing random things on your table and it not look good. I have these kind of cubicle shelving. When I first started, I had no shelving. The second market I did, I started using my childhood shelving that looked just like this, and it did not look good. Like, it was so run down, and I tried to paint over it, and that was not a good idea. But I have this kind of shelving because I can make it into so many different shapes and sizes, and I also have this kind of a keychain holder, and it just helps elevate some things. What you guys also can do is go to the Dollar Tree. I've done this as well. Buy some buckets, flip them over. You guys can have them standing on top of them. You guys can have them laying up against them. Like, that way some things are standing up, sitting down, whatever it is. Just add some height to your guys' table. That way people can see it from afar, and it just looks good overall collectively. The next thing that's important is a chair. You guys want a chair. I personally am just using my camping chair, so I don't have to buy one yet, but once I get the money for it, I'm going to be probably buying this Amazon chair, just because it sits up like a director's chair, and I can actually see people eye to eye, because I have this tendency that if I can't see eye to eye to them, I feel like I'm being super, super rude. Doing my market up at High Hill Ranch, I literally was standing the whole 12-hour day, and it was just so much on my feet and my ankles. Get a chair if you don't have a chair. After you guys have your table, your tablecloths, your tent, your sandbags, your chair, and your shelving, the next thing that you guys absolutely need, which you can make yourself with just normal poster boards and pens, and unless if you have a Cricut or want to go to Staples, Office Max, or I don't know, Walgreens if they print stuff out, like signs. You need signs for everything. You guys need a banner on your thing. I have mine from Vistaprint, which was pretty cool. I was able to put some QR codes on there, which I absolutely love. But you guys need a banner. You guys need signs to price your stuff, because most people in this generation that is now are not going to ask you prices. They don't like talking. Some people do. Some of them enjoy it. Most of them don't. If they see the price there, it makes it so much easier for them, and they don't feel like they have to talk to somebody. 80% of the people that have bought from me don't really talk to me or have a conversation with me. They just see the price, they ask if I take cash or if I take card or whatever, and then they say thank you and then they're gone. Most of the time I don't even get to ask if they want a bag. But definitely make sure you are posting it and making it clear on your prices of your items. You guys want to have the banner, you guys want to have your prices, you guys want to get business cards. I get 2 types of business cards. Also, my business cards are from Vistaprint. I am not sponsored by them yet. That would be cool. But I get my QR codes on there as well, so it's easier. So they can see my name, they could look me up, they have my email, they have my Instagram, they have my YouTube. There are QR codes for my YouTube and my Instagram. And then the one that I actually put in the bag after they buy something has, again, my contact information, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. It has all of like my emails, everything where they can find me except for my phone number, because I don't want to hand out my personal phone number. But it also, on the back of it, has care instructions. Majority of my items are made with this kind of yarn, which I'm not crocheting. I'm just realizing that, so we got to get to it. But it is made mainly with this kind of yarn. So I do also have a little section. I'll add a picture here so you can see it. So I have a little thing at the bottom saying like if it is made with acrylic, that they could take a lighter super quickly over it and cinch it back up. And so I have that as if this is circled, then they know to do that, because then they know that their item is made with acrylic. Because honestly, before I started crocheting, I didn't know what was made with what kind of yarn. Like, to be honest, like I could care less. So other types of signs, you can also have signs for discounts. You guys could have signs for a QR code to find your Instagram or things like that. They don't just have to be like the basic ones, but if you are tight on money, definitely make sure that you have some business cards to hand out to people. I didn't have 2 for the longest time, 2 different types of one. I just had the basic one, and then I just told them. I tell everybody regardless anyways. But writing them out by hand helped me out so much. I did like the little chalkboard ones that you guys can get at the Dollar Tree for a while, and that was pretty good. It was pretty successful, but to be honest, like, I have 2 small kids. They're gone. I don't know where they went. They're probably upstairs playing with them and with their dolls and stuff like that. So they don't last very long here. I have to have some things that don't look fun to them. Next thing you guys need, which I found once I got to Apple Hill, because that was such a massive market compared to where I was. Before, I was just putting my money in this crochet bag I made, and I mean, it was cute and it was functional, but if I were to have taken that to Apple Hill with me, it would have not been functional. It was extreme, like there was so much cash being involved compared to my other market. It was really hard to kind of keep up organization already. So I got a money box. I think the money box is 120% worth it. Again, it will be linked in the description below, the one I use. I get it off Amazon. It is absolutely amazing. I love it. It has some change compartments. It has a little compartment in the back of it. That's where I actually keep my business license and my permit, and my extra hooks and stitch markers and whatever I need currently right now. I think there's a present hiding for my toddler because I don't know where else to put things. But then you have like your cash, and it works pretty well. There's a lock on it and things like that. So I definitely suggest a money box and to get yourself organized. Another thing that helped me out, because I've seen people take some of their plushies and some of their crochet items to markets and trash bags, and to me that just didn't look good. But I have a small car. Like, as you can see, I'm sitting in the car. It is pretty small. I take my kids with me, so it is really hard to fit all of this stuff in this small car with my family in here with me. So I suggest not using totes, because that was kind of hard for me. If you guys have the room in your car, go for it. If you already have the totes, definitely use what you have before you have to buy things. I started using these Amazon bags, and I love these things so much. You can wear them like a backpack. You can carry them like a duffel bag. They fit so much items in there. It's kind of crazy. They're clear. I bought the clear ones. They do come in different patterns if you'd like them to be in different patterns. but I like how they're clear. You could write a little thing in there, so when you open it up, you know how much is in there, what is in there. So if you guys need to organize your stuff or want to organize your stuff, you guys can do that. Even in totes, you guys can do that too. Tape it to the top of the box. These bags helped me out so much, being able to carry it to and from my car and back to like my market spot. It was super, super helpful. Not needed, but super, super helpful. I don't know why I keep dropping my hook. Cannot stress it enough though, you guys. You do not need all the fancy bells and whistles when you are first starting out. You don't need like the shelf that I have, which I absolutely love and I am so thankful that I have it. I couldn't afford to begin with. It is like $50 or $60. I could not afford that to begin with. I started doing this business completely broke. Like, I had no money and I wanted all my money to go towards materials that I actually like could sell things to get more money to pay for things. And that shelf is not needed in the very, very beginning. If you have the money, I definitely recommend it. But if you don't have the money, I suggest going to the dollar store and like flipping over some containers on your table, or going to Goodwill, seeing what they have. It is not needed in the very, very beginning of certain things. Like, yes, you do need a banner in my opinion, but when I first started, I literally just went and got that chalkboard sign that I had, and I also had like that velvet thing where you stick some, I'll put a picture here, but where you like stick the writing in it, and that was my sign. I didn't have like a banner on the top of it, but I did have my name on my table somewhere. Is just, you guys don't need the fancy things right in the very, very beginning. Focus on making sure you have enough materials and in the right place to go and sell, because you do still need to pay for your venue. You guys still need to pay for gas, food, probably materials, everything like that. Those things are more important, but there are some things that are not as important that you can hold off a market to or more. Like, you guys can get them later on down the road when you guys can't afford it. Don't make yourself go broke right in the beginning to struggle longer. That's not the point of you starting this business. If you guys need to, make sure you are borrowing, but you guys definitely need to have some sort of banner, whether if it's like what I said that I did on my table, actually the banner that I have now. You guys do need business cards. You guys can always just get pieces of paper and write your name on it, like your business name, your email, your Instagram, your YouTube, whatever you guys have, so they can contact you. The things that I'm telling you here is just where I personally get it from, but I also want to make sure you guys know there are other options. There's Goodwill, there's borrowing it, there's making it yourself, but you guys definitely need these things. You guys definitely need a table, the tablecloths, the tent, the weights for it, a chair to be comfortable. Like, you guys need all of these things for sure, but certain things like the shelving can hold off, but you still need shelving some way. So whether you're borrowing it, going to Goodwill, or going to the Dollar Tree and flipping over some buckets, make sure you have some height on your table. Like, you need it. As for that, thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching my video. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like and comment for what else you would like to see. And let me know what you have on your hooks right now. Like I said, I'm making this sweater for my niece, and I've only made one other sweater before, and I'm not gonna lie, like that cardigan, it's mine. I don't know where it went. It's probably in my closet. But I made it so dang big. I am terrified. Like, I am really hoping. First, it's a different fabric. It's not going to stretch as much as mine did. But I am so terrified because I don't even have the measurements. And I'm just winging this. This is just a pattern where I'm assuming it's making it right. I don't know. But what do you guys have on your hooks?